All right, well, convenience stores across the country are likely going to be packed all day long, and this is all ahead of tonight's historic Mega Millions drawing.
So the big question is always, what would you do with all that cash? CBS 17's Holden Krawicki joins us now live, and Holden, we're hearing the odds are actually going up.
Some good news, a little bit.
Yeah, the odds of the winning numbers being drawn tonight actually went up about 15%. There's about a 75% chance that those winning numbers will be drawn tonight, but your odds of winning actually went down. You have about a 1 in 300 million chance of actually winning the $1.6 billion Mega Millions jackpot. Now, the record jackpot actually sits at $1.6 billion, slipping just past a January 2016 drawing to become the largest jackpot in history. The jackpot was last hit back on July 24th when office workers in California shared a $543 million prize. Just pocket change, right, guys? Since then, there have been 25 drawings without a winner. Now, based on sales projections, about 75% of the 302 million possible combinations will be chosen for tonight's drawing, which, as I mentioned earlier, is up. Now, here's a little free advice that I will charge you, $1 million or so for. Based off of the last 50 drawings, the hottest numbers to play are 1, 2, 11, 32, 60, and 44. And the top three bonus numbers are 2, 9, and 20. And not to crush anybody's dreams, but you actually have better odds of becoming the president or being crushed by a meteorite or even, a vending machine here at your local gas station. So not good odds, but I will tell you guys that if I win tonight, probably not going to be into work tomorrow. I love my job, but, $1.6 billion, I might be able to take tomorrow off. Russ, tonight, what do you guys think you might do if you won that much money?
I'll babysit your dogs for you if you give me a little money on the side there.
I might be able to afford that, maybe just $1 million or $2 just to babysit the dogs full time.
They'll have good care. And I would donate to charity, and then I'd hop on a flight straight to Bora Bora.
Well, I like that. I'd buy an island off of Bora Bora and say, c'est la vie.
No, don't call me, I'll call you.
That's right.
All right, thank you, Holden.
Holden Krawicki, thank you. Don't spend it all in one place.
No, well, if you're planning on running out and getting that last-minute ticket, you're not alone. According to analytic group Gallup, 2/3 of people play the lottery. Americans spent $72 billion in tickets in 2017. That breaks down to about $206 a person. And I only play when it gets big like this.
I don't ever play. I never play. I should play because maybe I would have won.
See?
I mean, your chances are so much better when it's small anyway.
I know.
That's when we really should play.
I know. I would take anything right now.
But not 1 in 306 million.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Paul being smart here today. All right, well, a lot of people, they think they have better odds if they pool their money together with their coworkers.
That's right, but experts say there's some things you should know before you get into an office pool, especially if you don't trust or know the people.
Pretty much.
The odds of winning by yourself or with a group are a long shot, as Paul was just saying. You're more likely to be hit by lightning or attacked by a shark than winning the Mega Millions. So if you do win.
Yes, but if you do win as a group, you need to know who will get what. Lottery officials say coworkers should get everything in writing before just throwing their money into an office pool. Only enter with people you actually trust. Assign a pool leader who is going to track the money in any possible winnings. And make sure you make photocopies of the front and back of all those tickets for each pool member.